Okay, this is a video of the crash site that Lance was fatally injured at. We had another crash here this weekend. Basically the same thing, except this time it was a car. Don't know yet if there was any fatalities or what the extent of the injuries are, but you can tell as we get closer to the ENDCAP, or the guardrail, that it was a pretty hard hit. Looks like the car, you can see some of the tracks in the shoulder here, but they're not very well defined. But it looks like, and as you get a little closer, you can see, looks like the car or truck, whatever it was, came off the road. There's some tire marks right here, and began to swerve back onto the road. But that's when he encountered the ENDCAP. As you can see, there's a cross here from Lance. This is the ENDCAP that replaced the one that Lance hit on his motorcycle. This is an SKT 350. As you can see, it was sheared off at the front of it, and it started peeling the guardrail back the way it's supposed to for about 6 or 8 feet, and then it stopped and just exploded. There's debris all over the place on the shoulder, behind it. There's a big piece of it there. Pieces of post all over the place. This guardrail and this ENDCAP did not work because it's supposed to stop the vehicle. In this case, the vehicle kept going and headed out onto the road. It's hard to see it now because of the sun so bright, but there's a whole lot of skid marks up and down the road for about 150 feet maybe. As a matter of fact, it even looks like it might have actually dented or hit the guardrail again a little bit farther down there before the vehicle came to a stop. We don't know if there's any injuries yet. It looks like the car or truck hit the ENDCAP with its right side, the passenger side. You can see the damage to the ENDCAP itself. It's supposed to stop the vehicle and keep it from going off to the side or going back out into the traffic, which in this case it didn't. The vehicle went right back over into the lane of traffic and could have caused even more damage. You may note that if you look right down the side of the embankment there is a tree. If I can get it focused in a little bit. A dead tree. That tree, according to TxDOT's engineering report, was part of the reason that this guardrail was built in the first place. A tree that is now dead. The guardrail is doing nothing because, as you can see, you can drive right off to the side of it and go right off into the ravine as if the guardrail wasn't even there. Matter of fact, I've proven that before with my truck. The guardrail is too short. It should be at least 150 feet longer, back up the hill and curve, so that it would actually have caught this vehicle and guided him back onto the road rather than having to encounter the ENDCAP as he did. I would imagine there was some pretty serious damage to the vehicle. Like I said, we don't know yet what the details of the accident. Yeah, TxDOT, or DPS has not released anything that we know of, so we're still looking. But you can see how this thing works. The sled just supposed to collapse, and the guardrail is supposed to go up that channel, just keep peeling back. It was supposed to just keep peeling and slow the vehicle down to a stop. Doesn't work. There's your SKT 350 tag. This is the one that replaced the one that Lance hit. So, keep in mind too that we have met personally twice with TxDOT officials about this very site. We've gone over new engineering drawings, We've given them our take on how these rails do not work, what they should do. As you can tell, they've done nothing but put up a new guardrail. Between October 6, 2016, when Lance died, and this past Friday night when this occurred, which was January the 27th, possibly the 28th, there have been 9 Texans dying every day on Texas roadways. That's 1,008 Texans have died in as a traffic fatality on Texas roadways since Lance died. How many more have got to perish before TxDOT does something about these guardrails? This guardrail does nothing but kill people.